Okay, so our today's topic will be hard water and soft water. Okay, do anyone have any idea regarding hard water and soft water?
Yes, uh,
So what idea you have?
hard water will not form lather readily with soap, and soft water will form it readily.
And so and some soft water will form.
Means lather readily with the soap.
Yeah, so hard water actually does not produce lather, whereas soft water are readily forms lather with the soap. Now, so in this topic, in this part, we will learn about why water is hard or soft, why hard water does not produce lather, and how can we actually remove the hardness. Actually, hardness are two types, and we will learn in detail how we can remove this hardness. Okay, so let's start the class. So hard water and soft water. So see, rain actually is the, you can say rain is the purest form of water. It is the almost purest form of water. Sometimes it contains few gaseous substance dissolved in it, but mostly it is the purest form of water. And we know that water is a very good solvent. Water is a very good solvent. Water is a universal solvent. So it is being a very good solvent when it flows on the surface of the earth. Okay, when it flows on the surface of the earth, it dissolves many salts. It dissolves many salts. Okay, and because it dissolves many salts, that's why this hardness and softness came. Because of the dissolves of many salts, this hardness and softness came. Okay, the presence of calcium and magnesium salts. Other salts are also there, like sodium salts are there, potassium salts are there. We are not think about that because sodium salt and potassium salts are actually not a cause for hardness or softness. Mainly the salt of calcium and magnesium, the salts of calcium magnesium in the form of you can say hydrogen carbonate, fluoride and sulfate, like magnesium sulfate, magnesium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, magnesium sulfate, like magnesium sulfate, magnesium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, or calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate, calcium chloride, calcium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so because of the presence of this salt, okay, water can be divided into two parts. One is hard water and another is soft water. The water in which the dissolved salt of magnesium and calcium are present, those are known as hard water, and the water which is free from any dissolved salt of magnesium and you can say calcium, those salts are known as soft water. Okay, so hard water and soft water. So understand these things, hard water and soft water. Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So hardness of water actually waters are actually two types. One is two types of water. One is hard water. Hard water, already Obinabo have told me that hard water is a type of water which does not produce lather with soap. Okay. Examples are river water, sea water, etc. Okay. And soft water, which forms lather with soap readily, right? Rainwater. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next is why water is hard. What is the reason that water is hard? Okay. Hardness of water is actually due to the presence of, you can see, calcium and magnesium salts in water. calcium and magnesium salts in water. The water with these salts are called hard water. The salts basically are magnesium bicarbonate. Okay, like this one, the salts are like MgHCO3 whole twice, magnesium bicarbonate or calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate or calcium bicarbonate, or it can be magnesium carbonate or magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate, or it may be magnesium chloride or calcium chloride. If these salts are present in water, the water becomes hard, and we call that water as a hard water. See, the salts basically are magnesium bicarbonate, sulfate, and chlorides. That means the magnesium sulfate is also there. Magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate is also there, CaSO4. Okay, calcium bicarbonate, sulfates, and chlorides. So if these salts are present, so we can say that the water is hard. Hard water actually contain calcium magnesium salt that react with soap, and it forms an insoluble precipitate called scum. Very important, this word, scum. Okay. Hard water actually, which contain calcium and magnesium salts, it reacts with the insoluble precipitate called scum. So because of the presence of this scum, okay, so because of the presence of this scum, we can say that, just a second. Just a second. Okay, so hard water actually contain calcium and magnesium salts that reacts with soap to form insoluble precipitate called scum. Okay, it sticks to the cloth, and that's why it does not produce the, you can say, the lather. Okay, and it will not be used for laundry purpose. Now we see the reaction. What is scum, and see, we see the reaction. So what is soap actually? What is the formula for soap? Soap is C17H35 COO minus Na plus. This is the formula of a soap. This is the formula of soap. This is known as sodium stearate. Sorry. It is known as sodium stearate. When sodium stearate is reacts with any metal, okay, this M2 plus can be calcium 2 plus or magnesium 2 plus. Okay, calcium and magnesium 2 plus comes from where? It may comes from MgCl2 to CaCl2 or MgCl3 to CaCO3 or MgHCO3 whole twice or calcium CaCO3 whole twice. Okay, this metal ion can come from calcium 2 plus to magnesium 2 plus, this one. Okay, and it forms a complex like this. It's remove Na plus from it, and it forms a complex like this. C17. Okay. Here is also C17H35 COO. This sodium can present, this sodium can be present in sodium chloride or sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate in the solution. Okay, this M is actually the metal atom. So M is bonded with now this stearic ion, and this sodium will bonded with this maybe initial, maybe carbonate, or maybe bicarbonate, and form this salt. This is actually known as scum. This is known as scum. SCUM, scum. Clear till this much? It is clear. Oh, sorry. Yes, boys, tell me, clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is scum. So hard water forms scum, or this scum is also known as precipitate also. Okay, this hard water produce scum or precipitate with soap, and soap containing soap contains the sodium stearate. Soap will contain the sodium stearate, and this, because of this precipitate, soap cannot produce lather, and that's why the hard water cannot be used in laundry. Okay, it cannot be used in laundry, or we cannot use it for washing the clothes. Okay, so it is we cannot use it for laundry, first one. Second one is we cannot use it for boiler because of this precipitate. Okay, it deposits salts. As it is precipitate, this scum, so it deposited salts, and efficiency of boiler has been reduced. And the okay, so these are the main thing. Now next is type of hardness. Type of hardness. The hardness of water okay, the hardness of water is two types. Okay, the hardness of water is two types. Number one will be temporary hardness. And number two will be permanent hardness. Okay, so hardness of water is generally two types: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Now we will learn what is temporary hardness, how we can remove temporary hardness, or what is permanent hardness, and how we can remove the permanent hardness. So these are the two things today we'll learn. So let's see what is temporary hardness. Yeah, see, temporary hardness. Temporary hardness is due to the soluble calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate salts. So temporary hardness is caused because of the soluble calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate salt. Okay, so if in water soluble calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate is present, then the water also become hard, but that hard is actually temporary hard. That is known as temporary hardness. Okay, so temporary hardness you can say due to the presence of magnesium and calcium hydrogen carbonate, and permanent hardness is due to the presence of soluble magnesium and calcium chlorides and sulfides. Okay, so permanent hardness, we can say that it is due to the presence of soluble salts of magnesium and calcium in the form of chlorides and sulfides in water. See, chlorides and sulfides in water. Permanent hardness There is also other methods are there how to remove the permanent hardness. So hardness are actually generally two types: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is because of the presence of soluble calcium and magnesium bicarbonate salts, and permanent hardness of water is because is due to the presence of soluble magnesium and calcium chlorides and sulfide salts. Clear what is temporary hardness and what is permanent hardness?
Yes, ma'am.
Easy, these things are very easy. Now, temporary hardness can be removed by the following methods. Okay. The first method is boiling. And the second method is Clark method. So first is boiling. See, what is boiling? See first. Boiling. In this, boiling is a method. Okay. So in this, when we boil water, in boiling method, when we boil hard water, bicarbonates are converted into hydroxides. Bicarbonates are converted into hydroxide, and calcium bicarbonate is converted into carbonates. And this precipitate out, and if we filter the solution, we can easily remove the hardness. See the reaction what happening when magnesium bicarbonate MgH CO3 whole twice. We are boiling the solution now. MgHCO3 whole twice, magnesium bicarbonate. We are boiling the solution. Then it forms magnesium hydroxide plus 2CO2. This one. And if we see the calcium hydroxide, calcium bicarbonate, CaHCO3 whole twice. Okay. So it forms calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3. These two will precipitate out, and it also forms water plus carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is evolved out from the solution. So which is left behind? Magnesium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. This magnesium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide precipitate out. They form precipitate. So they will settle down in the bottom of the container where the water is boiling. Then if we filter the solution carefully, okay, if we filter the solution carefully, this magnesium hydroxide and calcium carbonate will be remain and residue, and the filtrate will be the water which is free from the hardness. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now next, sorry. Now next method is Clark's method. Okay, Clark's method. It is given by a scientist whose name was Clark. From his name, it is known as Clark's method. So in this method, calculated amount of lime is added to hard water. Okay, calculated amount of lime. See, lime means what? Calcium hydroxide. Lime is what? Calcium hydroxide. Lime is actually calcium hydroxide. So calculated amount of lime is added to hard water, and it precipitates out calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, which can be filtered. So let's see how the reaction is taking place. See, in Clark's method, Clark's method. In Clark's method, calcium CaHCO3 whole twice, okay? Calcium bicarbonate. And in the hot water, calculated amount of lime, that is CaOH whole twice, we have to add. Then it forms CaCO3 and it forms water. The CaCO3 will precipitate it out and then we can filter the solution, or MgHCO3 whole twice. So it forms 2 CaOH whole twice. It also forms 2 CaCO3. Precipitate out plus MgOH whole twice. It is also precipitated out. Then it forms 2 water. Okay, so if calcium bicarbonate is present, then we can if we add lime, so it forms calcium carbonate. And if magnesium bicarbonate is present, then after adding lime, it forms calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, and these two will precipitate out. And then if we filter the solution, we'll get the water which is free from the hardness because of calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate. Okay, and obviously here when we are adding lime, we have to add lime. We can say we have to add lime. Can we calculate an amount? It is not like that I am adding how much lime I want. No, in calculated amount we have to add. Understood, everyone? Yes, please respond. Everyone understood?
Yes, ma'am.